VTubing sucks now. VTubing is done, but I disagree. VTubing can be enjoyable as long as you know how to filter out all the other bullshit, because I've been seeing a lot of hate towards VTubing, mostly because of the recent drama. For me personally, this is how I would filter out all the other bullshit, so let us cook. I would follow a VTuber that I really enjoy in Twitter, and I would look at their posts. I would see if they post some new merchandise or they would post a new collaboration partner or whatever random shit that they're thinking. Now, personally, I wouldn't interact with Twitter more than that, because if you go to the reply section of a tweet, according to my research at least, that place is 70% bots, 20% products of incest, 5% gooners, which includes me by the way, and 5% actual fans. I find that the less you interact with Twitter, the more enjoyable VTubing becomes, because most of the VTuber drama, they come from Twitter, and by interacting less with it and just focusing on the VTuber talents themselves, I find it to be way more enjoyable for me to be in this hobby. My recommendation is to limit your exposure to Twitter. Now, the thing with YouTube recommendations is that the more you watch VTuber clips, the more likely you will get recommended VTuber drama channels. So how do you detect them? If the thumbnail has an exaggerated VTuber face with high saturation along with a tweet that looks faker than most social media influencers, and then you see that accursed bold text with red or white colors and that fucking flame background, it's like meeting Diddy on a dark alleyway on New York at 10 p.m. on a Saturday evening. So yeah, if you're pretty much in this hobby for the talents and not the drama, just click away from these type of videos because it's not worth it. They barely do any research and it's mostly all for rage bait and engagement bait. Everything is your choice. Also, I've seen a lot of mockery on people watching VTubing, but I always remember this quote by the founder of parkour, David Bell.
Au fond de toi, que tout est positif, que t'as pas de mauvaises intentions, que t'es pas intéressé par telle personne parce que tu veux lui prendre quelque chose, que c'est pas de l'argent, que c'est pas n'importe quoi, fonce. Fonce et n'écoute pas les gens, surtout. D'être en accord avec soi et de trouver sa route. On n'est pas là pour faire forcer les gens à venir sur notre route. C'est j'ai trouvé ma route, toi tu trouves ta route, toi tu trouves ta route. Et là tu arrives à devenir toi. On n'est pas là pour devenir un autre.
And he's correct. As long as you know what you're doing is good, as long as you're not in it to screw other people over, I don't see what's the problem with enjoying VTubing, to be honest. Enjoy the hobby, enjoy the ride, enjoy the community, enjoy the talents, and I guarantee you VTubing will still be fun and enjoyable for many other people. This is something that I'm guilty of, okay? I used to think that corpo VTubers are superior to indie VTubers, but I just realized it's like comparing Earl Grey tea to jasmine tea. It's just up to preference, really. Doesn't mean that because you watch corpo VTubers, you are superior to those who watch indie VTubers, and just because you watch indie VTubers doesn't mean you have superior taste. All I'm saying is that there's this one VTuber company CEO who is so tribalistic that he kept telling his talents not to collaborate with other talents from another company. And I think the last time I heard that VTuber CEO is now delivering DoorDash orders on San Francisco. Anyways, I still think that a rising tide carries all ships. So it doesn't matter if indie VTubing is doing well or corpo VTubing is doing well. As long as the VTuber scene is doing well, I think it's going to be really good for the fans and for the talents themselves. Everybody wins here. If it's possible, try to watch the streams of the VTubers themselves, either for 5 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour, or even the whole damn stream, and interact with the VTubers, because that's where most of the experience are. You interact with the VTubers and the VTubers interacts with you. And now I know sometimes it's hard for them to pay attention, especially when they're in the middle of streaming and there's a lot of people on chat. For most VTubers, either big or small, I find that if you interact with them at the start of the stream or at the end of the stream, they'll be more likely to read chat and interact with you, because the middle of the stream is usually for gameplay moments or collaboration moments, so they don't really have time to focus on chat. Or if you're really that desperate, just make some fucked up donation or some shit. Again, it's a win-win. You get recognized by your VTuber and your VTuber gets funny clips. Win-win. If it's possible, try to join your VTubers official Discord because it will help you to keep up with most of the information instead of going through Twitter and accidentally stumbling on VTuber Drama. So this is where it gets interesting because I find that the community itself is actually pretty fun. It creates a sort of positive feedback loop. You see, when you interact with people that has the same hobby as you, you're definitely more invested, right? Because you can talk about the dumb shit that the VTuber does on stream, or it can lead to other talks about maybe hobbies that you share. Maybe you played the same video game and now you're gonna play together online. For me at least, I came for the VTuber, but I stayed for the community. 100% worth it. Now, there might still be some hate, there might still be some people who are unfamiliar with the culture, but I say that is quite normal. And yeah, despite all the state of VTubing videos, I am highly optimistic on the future of VTubing. Next video, we'll probably be back to the regular bullshit, so look, I'm just saying I love Zeta's feed. No questions asked. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think? Thank you, and have a very nice day.